Hello student, welcome back for the course of MBA Semester 4 International Human Resource Management. Today is our lecture number 26, 27 and 28. The topic of our today's discussion is culture and organizational performance. So, the primary objective of our today's session is help to understand the concept of culture and organizational performance. The contents of our today's session are International Performance Management means IPM challenges, culture and organizational performance. So let us start the discussion with the international performance management. As we all know that we are studying the international human resource management, okay, and we will discuss the various aspects which are associated with international human resource management wherever the various socio-cultural issues are impacting on the organizational and the overall behavior of the organization that leads to the performance of employees within the organizations. So any international expatriate, those who are working in these organizations, okay, due to which they are belonging to different socio-cultural background and whatever context the organizational work exists, okay, due to which the overall performance of the organizations either that could be lead to achieve some desired goals and to achieve the success in the longer run specifically. When we are talking about this international performance management, okay, that international performance management is nothing but the evaluation of individual who work in a foreign subsidiary on temporary basis to transfer the knowledge or to develop the global leadership skills. So here we try to assess the employees, those are working as an expatriate in the organization, either they are working on temporary basis or on permanent, okay, and how does they are going to transmit the knowledge within an organization so as to develop the global leadership skills so that they can lead their organizations ahead. So international performance management will deals not only with respect to the allocation, motivation, and effective utilization of resources, okay, but that will also deals with the effective performance management of these expatriate, okay, those who are working in the industrial enterprises, particularly in national and international firms specifically, and how does they are going to project themselves, their organizations, particularly so that they can achieve the desired form of success in a longer run by means of projecting their global leadership skills. So when we are talking about this international performance management, okay, that deals with some particular form of challenges. So when we are working in the organization, different forms of expatriate or any kind of international assignees, those who can handle some different types of jobs and responsibilities, okay, so they do face the different sort of difficulties. Even the management of the organizations, okay, they are quite not sure about how to get the work done through these international assignees, okay, and which will require some appropriate form of systems, okay. So here we are trying to make the effective form of systems that will be called as performance management systems. so that performance management systems try to get the work done through these international assignees, those who are working nationally and internationally, okay, across the various organizations, and they do report from time to time. So we could identify some sort of challenges, okay, that could exist across the different organizations, as well as the different sort of societies uh, 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 that exist in the world. Okay, so performance management systems would deal with the several kind of performance management aspects, wherever the employees can be assessed either domestically or internationally. Okay, so we do try to measure the performance of these employees. This can be studied by means of using some environmental variations, okay, that could occur within the organizations, as well as the outside the organization, due to some non-controllable factors. So that may be happen with the help of, okay, different types of growth rates across the organizations or industries. Maybe there will be some type of pressure would be on the employees, and due to which the management of the organizations, that they define their own performance standards, and they do allocate the task among the employees as per the need and requirement, so that they can project their organizations ahead. The immediate environment and differences in the performance. What is the immediate requirement for any particular industries, and how do they delegate the different sort of responsibilities among the employees within an organization, due to which what happen, the performance of the employees would vary. Okay, so that usually means international performance appraisal need to be unique to each expatriate managers. Okay, expatriate managers, those who are the international assignees, okay, they do come from different sort of background, socio-cultural context. Okay, in that case, okay, we do require some appropriate type of performance appraisal systems. Okay, and that performance appraisal system will try to measure the effectiveness in the work performance among these international employees. So due to which what happen, the different sort of environmental factors that could exist, and naturally that do lead to some differences in the opinion regarding the performance appraisal systems across the many of the organizations. But what would be the exact or appropriate strategies that has been required uh, among these corporate houses or the national and multinational firms? Okay, they do define the appropriate forms of performance management systems. Okay, so as to get the work done among the employees, specifically the international employees. Time and distance. Okay, so when we are talking about this time and distance, okay, technology has been one of the very uh, important ingredient, okay, that to minimize the element of time and distances across the many of the departments of the organizations, as well as the various organizations, those who are being connected with business to business operations. So improvements in technology make this less of an issue, that is that once was, but time differences and local infrastructure will impact on performance of the appraisal. So various types of technological factors, okay, including computing technologies, mobile technologies, okay, that will minimize the element of time, as well as it will reduce the distance in between the specifically when we try to make the decision making among the organizations. So this will particularly true for the expatriate working in the underdeveloped countries. So it can be largely either benefited or affected specifically with the underdeveloped countries, okay, uh, uh, those who are not using some sufficient forms of infrastructure in terms of technology. So to certain extent, the work culture as well as the work performance of employees, those who are belonging to underdeveloped countries, could be get affected. But countries those who are highly advanced, okay, and they are using sound form of infrastructural technologies, okay, so they do make the communication more and more effective across their departments, and they will improve the overall performances of the employees across the various departments. The another form of challenge would be what called as the cultural adjustment. So when we are talking about this cultural adjustment, many of the organizations, they do try to focus on what form of the cultural sensitivity that exists among the organizations, as well as how does the overall national culture creating an impact on the organizations, so that they can improve the overall organizational behavior. So it is quite necessary to analyze the organizational culture by means of understanding, okay, how the employees abilities that they do adjust with the organizational culture within the subsidiaries. So companies are being focusing on to inculcate the type of appropriate forms of organizational culture, okay, so that they can employ the appropriate forms of values, okay, in the form of belief, okay, and people belonging to these organizations, okay, maybe the employees, stakeholder, as well as the customers, so that they can believe that organizations will performing well, okay, and projecting themselves as a part of the society. So, an understanding of local organizational culture by the HR team, the management team, and the employee will facilitate the creation of measurable international performance management system. So here the need has been arises to measure the exact performance of the employees, and that's why they do try to implement the effective form of MISS over here, either by means of computerized ERP management systems, okay, that will support in your performance management systems of an expatriate or international assignees. So they do focus on these activities so that they can structure their organizations continuously, and focusing on restructuring related activities, and including lots of development, okay, which are being associated with, so that they can improve the overall performances of the employees within an organizations, and that performance management system must be measurable, okay, so that they can achieve their goals in the organizations. Inconsistency of implementation. Many organizations, those who are being not capable of to implement the effective form of performance management systems, okay, either they are not technologically sound enough, okay, or they do not have some sufficient forms of resources, maybe underdeveloped or developing nations, okay, that they are lacking in resources. So like all performance development, it will only be successful if implemented consistently in the company's subsidiaries. So consistent efforts are being very much necessary so that we can improve the performance of the employee across the various departments. If there is an inconsistency, and that lacks in the behavior of the overall employee management specifically, and due to which the employee behavior would change, okay, across the various forms of work which has been associated with them. Oversight of this may be a challenge if most human resource functions are centralized to headquarters, meaning that, okay, some employees thrive while others are left to this directionless. Now when the organizations they do try to implement some sort of performance management system, okay, some of the employees those are taking some initiative, and they are consistently tries to improve the performance, okay, they do come along with the management of the organizations, and they do consistently work so that they can improve their performances. Okay, wherever the HR the HR departments, okay, that they do focusing on central activities, okay, through the headquarters, okay, they do want to implement their HR policies, okay, across the organizations. So some employees could get the success, okay, those who are driving some sort of behavior, okay, particularly those who are being quite interested as well as to achieve some individual goals as well as the organizational goals. Some of the employees maybe have some directionless, okay, those who are being less interested as well as they do not take part in the various activities of organizational development. So in certain cases we came to know that the effective form of performance management systems in an organization, how does it will drive the overall organizational culture, that depends mainly on the HR related activities that strive the growth of the organizations as well as that will lead to the overall organizational behavior by means of effective employee management in these organizations. So these are the important challenges with respect to international performance management. Then our special topic which has been associated with the culture and the performance management. When we are talking about the culture and the performance management which are being closely associated with each other, many organizations those who are being believing themselves to implement the good form of strategies in the organization, they do consider, okay, culture is one of the very important aspects by means of understanding the social belief, customs, attitude, traditions, okay, as well as convictions of the society, so that they can implement their plans and policies. So so the performance is defined as a potential for future successful implementation of actions in order to reach the objectives and target according to Labas 1995. Okay, so Labas has been projected that performance management is one of the very essential tool. Okay, if the organizations want to lead their if the organizations are looking for success, okay, particularly in the longer run, so as to achieve their objectives or goals, so it is quite necessary to understand the overall culture, the organizational culture as well as the national culture, and how does it will exist in this organization, and how do the organizational employees, okay, they can contribute for the development and growth of the organizations. So performance management is generally based on the past achievement and further focusing on future and management, creating and shaping the future of the organizations. So every organization, those who are talking about to lead the success, okay, or so as to achieve the success, particularly in longer run, okay, so they are constantly focusing on understanding the overall behavior of the employees and how does they can contribute for the development of the organizations. So they do try to measure the effectiveness of the employees, particularly creating and shaping the future of the organizations by understanding the socio-cultural issues. That is one of the major and integral part of every multinational corporations or transnational corporations. So these organizations they are consistently focusing on achieving the success so that they can improve their leadership skills among these international employees. Performance management system directly influence five critical organizational outcomes. Okay, any organizations, those who are talking about the effectiveness in the performance management. Okay, so what exactly they are looking for? They are looking for improvement in the financial performances, improvement in productivity, product or service quality, customer satisfaction, and employee job satisfaction. These are the very key integral element. Okay, on the basis of that we can define the effectiveness of that organizational performances. So organizational performances can be measured by means of using these basic parameters. So any kind of performance management system that they will directly influences on these variables. So all types of organizations or any type of organizations, those who try to achieve the success or towards their goals, or to achieve the objectives, particularly in the longer run, okay, they are focusing consistently on to improve these various parameters. So according to Jaeger and Kunego 1990s, okay, so what Jaeger and Kunego has been explained, the management attitude and climate of the belief is maintained and affected by power distance. Okay, in other words, status quo, low uncertainty avoidance, distrust in the economic system. Okay, high individualism, more reliance on bureaucratic practices, which leads to some negative impact on the performance management. Okay, countries, those who are using some specific type of culture, okay, wherever that they do not concentrating on the socio cultural values. Okay, so due to which the organizational culture could be get affected and they could not achieve the success. So there are some particular kind of countries, okay, wherever their social climate or belief, which can be maintained and affected by some particular form of variables that we will discuss in the different socio-cultural theories, cross-cultural theories, wherever we discuss about different types of parameters. Say for example, power distance, okay, where power could not be delegated appropriately. Okay, low uncertainty avoidance. Okay, so distrust among the system, high individualism, more reliance on bureaucratic practices. Okay, that will lead to some negative impact on the performance management system. So in certain countries, wherever such a kind of culture exists, okay, organization could not strive to achieve the success, and the overall organizational performance could be get affected. But even some companies, okay, they are consistently focusing on to improve the overall organizational performance. Okay, um, by means of overcoming these different parameters. Okay, as we will discuss by or explained by this Jagger and Kanungo. Okay, companies consistently tries to focus on improved performance management systems by understanding the socio-cultural issues that exist in the society. Okay, and they do tries to overcome the difficulties which are associated with the improvement in the overall organizational performances. When we are talking about the culture and the performance management, so many socio-cultural constraints comes while we are practicing, particularly in international performance management. Okay, so there are some different obstacles for effective implementation of the performance management. Okay, particularly in any kind of international HR managers or country managers, they do face different sort of difficulties. Okay, and lots of constraints, okay, that are being associated with the cross culture form of communication or negotiation, or other different forms of parameters which can be associated with different culture, or cultural sensitivity. So it is sometimes quite difficult to analyze the what form of organizational culture exists in the organizations. So companies tries to overcome the difficulty by means of understanding the socio-cultural values and beliefs. So many companies are focusing on that, and building the cultural values and belief, okay, that are one of the important ingredients, okay, to create the potential and facilitate smooth processes of the performance management. So companies are focusing on the social enhancement, okay, so that they can improve the overall performances of the employees, so that they can contribute for the they can contribute themselves to achieve the individual goals as well as the organizational goals. So socio-cultural values and belief play a very important role, particularly that will drives the success of the organizations. So any kind of organizational culture, okay, can also have some varying impacts on the employees' performance and motivational levels. Motivational levels also varies across the organizations, particularly in highly advanced countries, wherever countries those who are being highly employed on innovations and other form of practices, say for example creativity, like some German companies, okay, so they do enjoy some high degree of freedoms across the organizations. Countries those are having some high power distance countries, okay, they do find out some sort of difficulties in the motivational level, and due to which the organizational culture could be get affected. So it depends on the organization how does that they want to drive their businesses ahead and projecting their businesses as one of the growing businesses across the world. When we are talking about the culture and performance management, oftentimes employees work harder to achieve the organizational goals if they consider themselves as a part of the corporate culture. Many employees they do consider themselves as a part of the overall corporate culture, but in many cases, okay, the how does they are going to present themselves in an organization finally depends on the individual employees, and how does they are going to they are going to uh, implement the the their contributions specifically to achieve the individual goal as well as the organizational goals. So it is quite necessary to understand what form of organizational culture that exists in these organizations, and how does the employees they can contribute for the development of the organizations. So different culture operating in one company can also impact the employees performances. Global multinational firms or transnational corporations, okay, they do employ different types of employees in the organizations, and sometimes it will be the difficulty to many of the international HR experts, okay, those are belonging to that HR field, okay, so different cultures operating in one company, okay, that do impact on the employees performance, because that could not be effectively measured. For example, organizations maintains the reserved talk with necessary culture. Employees may work accordingly. Okay, so very effective form of communication whenever they want to communicate with each other, either lateral form of communication in these multinational corporations, wherever we came to know about the some types of organizations, for example matrix organizations. So persons wherever they are having multiple number of bosses, so one can easily tries to communicate over there. So they wants to remove the barriers in the communication and identify what sort of difficulties that exist in this organization, so as to achieve the departmental goals or organizational goals. However, if the organizations allows one's area, okay, say the sales team, to be outspoken or socially active, the organizations may experience rivalries among them. Now it depends on the organization which particular department that they lead to lead ahead for the process of communications. So finally, it depends on the organization that what sort of mechanism that they do exist in these organizations, and how does the employee will cooperate with some effectiveness, okay, so as to achieve the individual goals of the organization as well as the department. Thus, allowing an area to set up their own culture can affect the performance of the employees deployed elsewhere in the company. So, every company tries to focus on improving the organizational performance by means of understanding what sort of culture that exists in the organizations. Similarly, organizations with high power distance, okay, say for example, unequal distribution of power or disparities in power culture are less likely to use 360-degree performance appraisal processes. So companies belonging to, suppose say, underdeveloped countries or or developing countries, wherever we will find out, okay, some sort of disparities in the power distances, okay, so we do not find out the form of growth in the form of performance appraisal processes, so that, okay, the overall organizational culture can be get affected, okay, and wherever we will find out that 360-degree performance appraisal system could not be get implemented very effectively. By means of using 360-degree performance appraisal system, we try to reduce the absenteeism and have a positive effect on innovations and productivity rates in low power distance societies, okay, rather than high power distance societies. So by means of using the effective form of communication, so either the lateral communication systems, or by means of using some matrix organizations, wherever we can communicate very easily, okay, so we tries to make the use of some very appropriate forms of performance management system, okay, either you can use 360-degree performance appraisal system or any merit rate system, merit rating systems over here, okay. Here the employees can contribute the goals of the organizations, okay, not only by concentrating on their individual goals, okay, but also to improve their overall behavior, so that it can lead to the organizational behavior, and that do tries to achieve the success of the organizations. Particularly many multinational corporations are focusing on these activities, and that will have a very great impact on the societies, and the societies could believe that, okay, that organizations will be one of the great organizations and focusing on the development and growth of the societies also. Now here there are some aspects which are being associated with culture and the performance management. So we are talking about here strong culture and performance management. Similarly, one can have weak culture also, but here we are focusing on strong culture. Now how effectively one can focusing on achieving the success of the organizations, and how does that they will consider the overall corporate culture. So when we are talking about the overall corporate culture, okay, how does the uh, effectiveness in the decision making of the organization that do tries to achieve the success towards the organizational development and growth. So the strong performance management is critical to meet the challenges, promote innovations, and develop top performing teams that will lead to the culture of the performance. When we are talking about such a kind of strong culture, okay, people do those who strives to achieve the success by means of using their strong belief, okay, wherever they do try to meet whatever form of challenges by means of participating in teams, and tries to analyze what form of innovations are being necessary, okay, and that will drives the success of the organization. So that will have more impact on the positive sides, wherever we can concentrate very appropriately, so that they can projecting themselves as one of the greatest contributor for the development of the of the product or services whatever that they are producing for the betterment of the society. So in this way they can believe themselves as one of the strong form of culture, okay, and they can contribute very effectively for the development of the organization. So in this way it will be believed that it is the strong culture with associated with the effectiveness in strong performance management practices across these organizations. So strong culture of performance in the organization cultivates the vision of family belonging in the company. Now how does it can be get believed by the organizations? Okay, so one can have a very effective form of visionary approaches. Okay, then and then only it could be believed as a strong culture in an organization, so that they can project themselves as a part of the society. The vision will lead to the teams and departments and seeking the way to drive values of the businesses and promote new levels of cooperation. Now every organization, those who are looking for success, okay, and they do try to project themselves as distinguished organizations, and they do try to provide the better value, okay, as compared to their competitors, okay. So they do try to lead their teams and their departments and drive their businesses by means of using some effective form of cooperations, okay, as well as by means of using a very strong corporate cultural socio-cultural values. So it will be the very effective strategy for many of the organizations to keep in touch with the customer and to reduce the impact of competitors, okay, and contribute for the development and growth of the company. Strong corporate culture indicates that employees are like minded and hold similar belief and ethical values. When we are talking about strong corporate culture, so strong corporate culture will consider that across the organization, okay, whatever form of socio cultural values uh, are that exist, okay, that should be believable and that can be very openly discussed in the organizations, okay. So it will hold some similar form of belief and ethical values, okay, throughout their departments, and it could be projected themselves to achieve the overall organizational growth rather than the individual growth. So when these belief and ethical values align with the business objectives, they can prove to be effective in building the teams rather because rapport and trust quickly ensures if you want to achieve the success, okay. So they will consider the very effective forms of belief and ethical values, and that could drive their uh, teams, okay, and team spirit can be inculcated among their organizational members, okay, and that provides some sufficient form of rapport and trust among the members of the organizations, okay, and they could not feel neglected, and they will be the one of the effective participant of the organizational growth engines. The bonds that teams build help them to avoid conflicts and focusing on task completion. If you want to make the use of the strong culture, okay, so uh, companies are always focusing on inculcating the strong organizational values, and so as to avoid whatever form of conflict, whatever forms of problems that exist in their organizations. They do streamline their activities, okay, so as to achieve whatever form of task which has been associated across the various departments, and complete and fulfillment of the objectives towards each and every department, okay, that will drive the success of the organization. So, the strong corporate culture is the communication of roles and responsibilities to all individuals. So, whatever will be the number of employees those are working in the organizations, these employees they can contribute for the development of the industry as well as department and the overall organizational growth, and the development. Employees knows that what is expected of them and how management assess their performance and what forms of rewards are available. So it is the complete performance management systems, okay, and people could believe that themselves that what will be the reward after assessing the individual performance of these employees. So one can have a very effective strategy over here how to assess the employees performances, and how does the individual employees could believe in themselves. So one can have a very effective and measurable form of performance management systems, and then it will be very easier for any organizations so that they can implement their plans very appropriately. So the many employees, those who are belonging to the different business processes, okay, that could be believable in themselves, and they can contribute for the development of organizations to achieve the success. So organizations must structure their recruitment processes to attract and engage the incumbents with the same belief and values and constituent of the organizational culture. So every organization, those who want to get themselves to ahead and to achieve the success in the overall path, overall success path, so they do tries to achieve the success by means of structuring their HR processes, specifically the recruitment processes. So how does the HR function, specifically recruitment, that do concentrating on developing the roles of the employees, okay, and how does they can inculcate some sort of belief and values among the employees, okay, and they do contribute for to achieve the overall organizational growth and development by inculcating the some sort of organizational culture, okay, that will drive towards the success of the organizations. So finally, it is the orientation strategy of the company. How does that they are going to projecting themselves as a strong corporate culture among their organizations. So this will ensure the new employees assimilation to the company and further strengthen the corporate culture. So companies are continuously focusing on assimilation of activities, okay, and combining the socio-cultural values, okay, those are belonging to the different societies, and whatever they think fit, okay, are positive for the development of the organization, they will consider themselves, and they do try to come closer and closer to the customers as well as their stakeholders so that they can project themselves very effectively. Companies should also ensure that they align their corporate culture with performance management systems. So they do structure their performance management systems and do align the various activities, okay, that could be get believable among the employees, and these employees can contribute very well to achieve the organizational successes. If the employees that they could not know about their performance management system, and suppose there is no transparency at all, okay, in that case the overall corporate culture could be get affected, and they do not concentrating on the organizational goals and development. So it requires some sort of transparency, some sort of global type of presence that can be required, okay, among the employees, okay, and how does they can contribute for the development of the organizations. So when culture and management systems are not aligned, management must align them so that the employee behavior results in the achievement of the organizational goals. So it is quite necessary if the organizations they want to lead the success and try to present themselves across the world, particularly in this international scenario, okay, so they do try to make their activities more and more standardized as well as international, okay, as per the need and requirement of the businesses, and they do try to come closer and closer to the customers and other stakeholders and projecting themselves as a part of the society. So in this way, we are talking about the overall performance management as well as how culture has been associated with each other. So that's all about our today's session. Thank you very much.